Egotastic FunTime.
Hey gang, I'm JP and welcome back to Talking The Orville on Egotastic FunTime. Today, we're going to have a great time talking about some of the reasons Fox hasn't announced the Season 3 renewal of The Orville yet, when we might possibly expect to hear that announcement, and pickles. Lots and lots of pickles. Jars of pickles of every size and shape, you guys, especially if that shape is jar-shaped. There's big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Give it a twist with the flick of your wrist. That's what Alara said. I'm talking about hashtag Orville Pickle Delivery, hashtag Renew the Orville movement, you guys. There's only 4 more episodes of the Orville second season left, and we rabid fanatics of the series, we Orvillians, have heard nothing from Fox as to whether or not we're going to get a third season. What's the big holdup? This fandom is the fastest growing fandom I've ever seen, you guys. Not only has the Orville won over a vast amount of lifelong Star Trek fans as a thoughtful sci-fi series that has created a utopian universe for its characters to discover and explore strange new worlds and seek out new life and new civilizations and boldly go where no donkey huggers have gone before. But the Orville didn't just win over Star Trek fans. The Orville has actually managed to steal those Star Trek fans and become the #1 sci-fi series currently being produced right now. And there's actually new Star Trek that airs at the same time, the same day. That's insane. The Orville is what Trekkies watch instead of the show that gave them their fandom name. It's an impossible feat, Fox, but the Orville has accomplished the impossible, and you'd all be fools to throw that away. Hashtag Renew the Orville, damn it. The state of California, ever heard of it, has awarded the Orville $15.8 million if they should so decide to make a third season. You can buy a lot of space pew-pews and explosions with that kind of money, Fox. Don't Firefly this up, Fox TV. No, we haven't forgotten about Firefly. We know what you did. We will never forget. So I came across this post from the editing genius / associate producer / total smoke show with the ladies, Tom Constantino, on Reddit from a couple weeks ago that gives us some insight into what's going on when it comes to Fox's decision to renew the Orville for a third season, and when we might possibly get that announcement, assuming that it does get renewed at all. To the Ego Pewter! Alright gang, so here we are on the Ego computer. Let's go ahead and bring up Reddit. FYI, I'm not a big fan of Reddit. Yeah, I get it. Lots of people like it. I don't like it. I feel like I'm on the internet in 1996. So this is on the USS Orville page, which is a page I don't think I'm allowed to even post on. So here is a post from 2 weeks ago by Tom Constantino, the man, the myth, the legend, where he's kind of explaining what's going on. So this is 2 weeks ago. He says, hey, been pulling late nighters because the dude works hard, you guys. Give him respect. Trying to wrap up the finale episode. Ooh, I can't wait for that. So hence the delay. Read between my non-disclosure agreement lines. Live and same-day ratings matter, but this show is different than some other Fox shows. Fox also takes into consideration the delay numbers because a lot of their shows do well as DVR'd shows. And yes, Gotham is killing us as a traditional lead-in. We go up from there, so Gotham isn't getting great views, at least not live. Tom says, it's not Gotham's fault or responsibility. Our numbers are the same each week, then double over the 7 days. So that's a +7. That's if you watch something within the first 3 days, the first 7 days, Fox is counting that. So if you can't watch the Orville live, that's fine. I mean, it's great if you can, but if you can watch it within the first 3 days, that's amazing. The first 7 days, also pretty great. The ratings more than triple once streaming comes in. It more than triples. So whatever you think the Orville is getting, which it gets really decent numbers, it's getting triple that, okay, you guys? So that's a good sign. That being said, the show isn't just about a ratings numbers game. It's shot like a streaming show. I don't know quite what that means, that it's like a streaming show, because it just looks like a great TV show to me. Maybe that means with the shorter amount of episodes, something like that. It is, very much watched on Hulu. Hulu's a big deal for the show as well, so maybe that's what they mean. It's post-produced like a movie. That means it takes a lot of time and it's expensive. And right here, it's more expensive than your Fox in a Box network show like Lethal Weapon that comes out in a certain price. It comes out a certain price, basically not very much, and can be on the air within 4 months turnaround time. The Orville takes like a year, you guys. They completely write it before they start filming. They set everything up, costumes, all that good stuff, the casting. They film it. They spend a ton of time post-production, putting all those effects in. It's always down to the wire. So that's why it took a very long time to get season 2 out. Orville is from a prolific and respected showrunner, Seth MacFarlane, probably the most respected on the lot. So that's a huge factor. So when Fox Network, makes decisions about renewal on a show like this, it is complicated. Or we would have had a renewal already because it bends the traditional model of network production. Also, if we weren't special to Fox, with all these network bending asks, we would have been canceled and thrown out of our offices. But the season 3 conversation has been in all kinds of engaged stages for longer than we can all imagine. Renew the Orville! They are doing a great job trying to accommodate a streamer model. Tom, we gotta talk, dude. I don't understand what the streamer model is in this case. I'm sure, of course, you are correct. You know what's going on. I would just like some clarification so I can understand it. Because I'm the Orville Evangelist! So credit where credit is due to the support we get from the studio. Most of the time. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Are they not supporting you? What are they doing to you, Tom? Tell me. What I do know is there won't be any official word, good or bad, for at least a month/6 weeks. First off, 6 weeks isn't a month. There you go, guys. This came out about 2 weeks ago, so he says a month. If a month is the case, that means we're about 2 weeks out now from finding out if we get a renewal, or the 6 weeks, which means it'll be a month. So we're either going to find out in 2 weeks to a month. But man, I hope with all the work that we've been doing, showing our support, going on the fox.com/store, buying all that new stuff that they came out with for the Orville, tagging people, retweeting stuff, hashtag renew the Orville, hashtag renew Tom. So there you have it. There's a lot of complicated smart brain money things to consider when it comes to getting a 3rd season for the Orville. I get it, Fox. I know it's a big decision. All I'm saying is that Fox should go ahead and consider those things and then come to the obvious conclusion that the show must be renewed for a 3rd season and a 4th season for making us wait so long, or prepare to be inundated with a barrage of pickles the likes the galaxy has never seen. Do you like apples, Fox? Well, how do you like these apples that are actually pickles? There's a new movement just popping up online, you guys. That's a companion movement to the hashtag Renew the Orville from last week, and it's called hashtag Orville Pickle Delivery. That's right. The first Orville pickle delivery has already been signed, sealed, and delivered to the Fox lot, and the hashtag is starting to pick up steam. This is just a little taste of what could be coming if the Orville isn't renewed soon, Fox. Look at it. That's what I like to call a really rather large jar of pickles. I wonder who Seth MacFarlane is going to get to open it for him. Do we, as devoted fans of the Orville, need to let our voices be heard? Well, maybe not my voice. I'm still sick. By the execs over at Fox? Hell yeah, we should be heard. Should we rise up and let the studio know that we demand a 3rd season of the Orville by sending them jars upon jars of pickles, just like the fans of Jericho sent CBS all those bags of nuts 11 years ago to convince them to renew that show for another season? Maybe. Probably not just yet, but there might come a day soon where we all need to stock up on pickle jars and United States postage stamps and finally give the post office something to do besides spam everyone's mailboxes with junk. Seriously, what's the point of the USPS in 2019? Is there like a block list I can sign up for? As of now, there's still a pretty good chance, either way, that the Orville will get renewed. I say we save the real pickle jars for just in case they decide not to renew the show. In which case, we unleash hell! But until that day, which may just be a couple weeks from now, let's send them digital jars of pickles with the hashtag Orville Pickle Delivery and hashtag Renew the Orville. Just like with last week's deployment of the Egotastic army onto Twitter, going after Fox TV with the hashtag Renew the Orville Twitter storm we let loose on the execs. I've included a link in the comments to bring you to the Talking the Orville Pickle delivery image for you guys to retweet or make your own post and use those hashtags. The time is now and we must act. Who knows, maybe next week we'll have to take to Twitter again and tell Fox to hashtag wash your mouth out with Gordon. Renew the Orville! Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I barely was able to talk about it. How about you? Do you think we'll have to start sending actual jars of pickles to Fox Studios until they get the message and renew the Orville? Or are you confident that the Season 3 announcement is right around the corner? How can you be so sure? No, tell me, how can you be so sure? Because I'm freaking out right now! You can let me know what you think by joining the conversation below. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and supporting my stupid show. It really does mean the world to me. I'll see you very soon, and as always, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye!
Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will find it funny. Just give me money. I love money. Give me all your 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 money.